Get started with Manolo.
Hey Matt, putting aside this game when Robbie Ray could have faced today the 1927 Yankees and still be dominant, you guys had probably the best offensive road trip with several games with 6 or more runs. How positive is this looking forward in the last 3 weeks that you guys are hitting all cylinders right now?
It's definitely something that I think we can build off. Obviously, today you run into a guy that's, he's coming off a great month. I believe he was pitcher of the month. And then, obviously he's keeping it rolling. He had really good stuff today. He's a great pitcher. And I think we got to just have a short memory on that one. We've been swinging the bats as a group really well, putting up a lot of runs. And, we just haven't been able to find a way to win some of these ball games. But, we're still in the hunt. Obviously, we've been on a skid lately, and that's not good. But I think that there is some positives we could take away. We've been swinging the bats well, playing good defense. The pitching, I know pitching has been something that's been solid for us all season. So, we're a team. We win as a team, we lose as a team. And I know that we're going to be able to tighten everything up. And, we're going to play a lot of meaningful baseball down the stretch. So when we get into the playoffs, it's going to be a pretty battle-tested team. And, before we've played baseball and at the end of the season and we've already clinched and you kind of, rest guys, put it in cruise control for a few days, whatever it is. So this time it's not going to be the case. If we get into the playoffs, we'll be playing baseball, very meaningful games till probably the very last out of the season. So I think that's going to bid well for us.
Yes, Chad Pinder is a very tough guy, but I saw when he hit the wall there, several, if not all the team was around him there. What did you see from that play and how is doing right now?
Chad seems to be doing okay. I haven't had a chance to talk to him after the game yet, but I know, during the game, I checked in on him a couple of times and he said that he felt, he felt all right. He was a little rung, obviously hit the wall pretty hard, but that's just somebody that, we've seen dive into walls and, hurt himself a few times. So for us, we were just going out there to make sure he's okay. And obviously he stayed in the game and got a hit. And I think he'll be fine. Obviously, I think when he looks back at it, he'll probably play it off the wall, but sometimes when you're at a field we haven't played out in a while, maybe just there's not a warning track. It's all turf. So maybe the wall came up faster than he thought.
Matt Kawahara.
Matt, you and Bob before and Cole also have all sounded pretty optimistic notes, just kind of about the remaining time that you guys have the rest of the schedule. Where does that come from? Like what are the signs that you're seeing right now that tell you that you guys are capable of kind of turning this around a little?
Well, it's a group of guys that, we've done this before. We've been to the playoffs 3 years in a row. We won the division last year. We've been in the wild card the last 2 years before that. So I just think that, we have a lot of those same guys. We have a lot of that same attitude that, hey, we can do this. We've been there before. We know how to grind out games. We know how to win tough games down the stretch. Obviously, that being said, we weren't able to do any of that in this last series. We weren't able to win games, but I know what this team is capable of. And I know that, we control our own destiny. And if we're going to do this thing, we got to go out and win baseball games. And I think this team has a ton of talent, a ton of belief, and a lot of guys that have been there before. And it's not out of our reach, and when you're still in striking distance, there's no reason for you to believe that you can't do it.
Steve Berman.
Hey, Matt, do you think, we didn't get to talk to you on Friday, but do you think there was any sort of residual effect from that loss in particular, just how it went down with the 8-2 lead and then Marcus Semien, your old friend, winning it for them in the end? Do you think that there was any effect at all in the next 2 games?
No, I don't think that there was any effect for those 2 games. Obviously that one stings a little bit extra because Marcus is somebody that we love and somebody that we played with for a long time and had a lot of good memories and a lot of, playoff experiences with Marcus, a lot of things that we did. So Marcus is somebody that will always be a friend of mine and, a really good friend of mine and a really good friend of a lot of guys on the team. So when, he hits a walk-off home run against you, it stings for sure. It's hard to explain because it's just one of those things that's baseball. That's the nature of the business sometimes. And sometimes guys that you miss playing with, the organization just moves on, but that's not that's not up to us to decide. So for us, we just, I think we were all pretty bummed out after that game, but our team always shows up the next day ready to play. We weren't really dragging our heads the next day. I know we fell behind, but we chipped away. We came back and almost won that game. And then yesterday, even though we lost, we were like, hey, you know what? We battled. We came back. We didn't just roll over. So let's build off of that offense. Let's build off how we played at the end of that game and go out there and win today. And obviously that didn't happen, but we still have that mindset and we're still strong-minded and we go out there every day and we play hard and we expect to win. So when you do that, I think things will turn around.